we go.
Mm.
And we should be live. Hello, welcome everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
We encountered
Hello.
a slight technical difficulties because I loaded up Roll20 tonight, and I was like, on my DM side in Firefox, I was like, I can't see Peach's tokens. And then I had the player view that I captured for on stream in Chrome on a different monitor. I'm like, I see the Peach tokens. What the hell is going on here?
And we learned that it was, in fact,
a
browser diff.
A browser difference, as far as we could tell. Except for maybe
yeah.
Hoodie.
Yeah, he was the odd man out on this one. I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Anyway,
that was fine.
I eventually figured out, wait, if I open up the DM side in the Chrome browser, hey, tokens are there. So I delete those ones and I add in the other. But anyway, we fixed it. But it took some finagling.
We got there, and that's what matters.
Also, everyone should open up another browser tab or window and go watch/listen to the story reading that Arv's doing on that other channel or wherever it is. I can't remember what the details are.
You want me to link it real quick? I'll
sure,
find it.
Please.
Give me un momento.
I'm coming in a bit soft. Okay. I can bump up the gain on my mic. How about that? Is that a little better? Compared to everyone else?
There it is.
Story Hour 2020.
That's the link he gave. If it broke, that's not on me.
Okay. Yes, that is an improvement. Okay, sounds good. Thank you very much, Preston.
I mean, Paul says that that's an improvement, but you sound exactly the same to me.
Well,
I know.
We're on Zoom, and everything's balanced for us.
Everything
no
is balanced.
No, I know.
No. We need to make it difficult for Shadow. Just a little bit more. Heart palpitations and all.
Looks like it should be a live stream on YouTube in about that 10 to 15 minutes.
Right. Nice.
Based on
well,
link.
Now, we should probably make a message and repost that and then pin that, so that way people know.
All the players are still louder than you. Okay, I'll bring. Okay, well, hold on. Now the players will be much softer.
Just start screaming.
For
For the entirety of tonight, just scream as loud as you can. Everything.
You rolled a 5 on your initiative.
Okay. So now when I speak, I'm going to be about this level. Now, somebody, Tilted, you probably maybe the loudest. You say
yes, it is me.
How's that balance now there, Princess and
And I'm probably the quietest. So if Shadow is coming in somewhere in between me and Tilted,
yeah,
then it should
honestly,
be good.
I think Hoodie's probably the quietest at most points. Except when he gets really excited, then that's a little bit different.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna be like this.
Yeah. Ah! Stop being so soft there, Shadow. Jeez.
I speak softly and carry a big stick.
You gotta shout.
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 Let it all out. Okay, hopefully that balance is a bit better now. I don't know why that would have changed from previous, but maybe something from Saturday.
Biz says that sounds better.
It's better now. You've done it.
Hooray! You were always a bit soft. Yeah, that's fine. I'm a softie anyway.
He's a soft-hearted man. What can we say?
Okay. Yes. Hi. Hello. I'm Shadow Mage. He, him pronouns. I am hosting Community D&D on Arvin Elrond's channel tonight with the Shadow Crew in day 49 of our Waterdeep Dragon Heist campaign. Make sure you also have a tavern window open for Arv's reading over on Story Hour 2020, whenever that starts, probably in about 10 minutes. The lovely members of the Shadow Crew are here with me tonight, starting with Yoi Gawain Lin.
Hello, hello! It is I, Yoi Gawain Lin, also known as Gubby, game and fiction writer, and tonight, as I have for the past 48 nights of this campaign, I shall be playing Peach Candleheart, a Barnal Aarakocra Echo Knight fighter who loves his father very, very much.
Yes, thank you very much. And then we'll move along to Hoodie.
I have this one written down. Great. My name is Hoodie. He and pronouns. I am playing the adorable, blonde-haired, green-eyed, cherubic basil glauberpot, 37-year-old, Lightfoot, halfling, alchemist, artificer. Fun fact, while I was drunk one time in Boston with my blind stick, I just gotten it. I nearly got ran over by a public transit bus. So there you go.
How many near-death experiences have you had, my guy?
All of them.
Like 12? Like 12.
Crazy.
You know what's crazy is when your parent tells you a story, like my mom's a pretty normal dude, for lack of a better term. My mom's a pretty chill individual. She sits down, she types a lot. And then one day she's like, oh yeah, so I was at like a Billy Joel show and this guy behind me was causing a big stir. So he was yelling at my friend. So I took his leather jacket and I threw it off the balcony and all this crack came out. And I was like, wait, what? She's like, yeah, crack went everywhere. It just went, and we were on the balcony, so it started raining crack all over there. I was like, slow down. What's happening?
Were the people below having a really good time afterward?
And she's in like a turtleneck with like butterflies. And she's like, oh yeah, I threw it, and I told him to go F himself, and so security came up and started arresting him. And I was like, what's happening?
And she just started telling
Arresting
this.
him?
Heard the story? Why?
She just started telling this story out of nowhere.
Well, because like she has pretty wild stories that come out of left. Like she's been robbed at gunpoint like 2 times, which is way more than anyone should ever be robbed at gunpoint. And it's like, so I'm like, do you have any crazy stories left to tell? Because like I've heard a lot of your crazy stories, and they seem to just come out of the woodwork when I'm not expecting them. Like because the gunpoint stories came out like during like I think like a Thanksgiving, like in the aftermath. She was like, oh yeah, did I tell you about? I was like, what's happening? So she was like, oh, did I tell you about that time at that Billy Joel concert? And I was like, no. So it's the people who don't tell the crazy stories you got to watch out for, because those are the ones that have them like tucked away and can really haymaker you with them.
Well, you always have the most interesting fun facts or stories there, Hoodie. So, thank you.
Yeah.
No problem.
Your life is just so eventful, and I'm just sitting here like, I have to top that every time, and I just can't. The best one I've gotten so far is a spider on my knee. I mean, that's not really anything crazy special. I haven't had these near-death experiences or raining crack on people at a stadium. I can't top that.
I haven't been anywhere close to the weird stuff my mom has had gone on in her life. Let's be real here. Like I'm not close to throwing crack over a crowd of people. No, thank you.
Okay, Tilted.
Yes, hello. Hi, everyone. I'm Tilted. He, him pronouns. I am a farmer by day, streamer by night. And tonight, I'll be playing a Raven Aarakocra Gloomstalker Ranger of noble lineage known as Cruise Swaying. But during the night, I will take on my alter persona known as the Aviary.
All right. Well, thank you, Tilted. And Drew.
Hello, everybody. I am Drew the Damager. He, him pronouns. And I do not have my notebook in front of me, so I don't remember what it says, but it says a whole bunch of words. And a few of those words are, I will be playing Callista Amberblood, the Tiefling Twilight Lyric.
All right. Thank you very much, Drew. And I just realized like that the pin thing on the Twitch chat was interacting strangely with my chat capture in OBS, but it's more or less okay now. Anyway, getting into D&D. Last time the party was exploring around during the party, at the Castellanter Villa.
The party was partying.
Yes.
Well, not really partying, kind of partying.
We had Basil do some sick RP to go ahead and seduce a slightly older woman.
They had encountered the Black Viper while they were exploring upstairs where they weren't supposed to be. The Black Viper decided to join them as long as the Black Viper could get like a cut of the treasure and all that kind of stuff. And had also suggested that maybe perhaps they needed the expertise of a rogue. They came
Certainly doesn't hurt.
back down to the main floor, and they needed a distraction in order to get into the door to the cellar, which Basil provided with this social encounter with the Black Viper's mom.
How you got to do it?
And that allowed them all to then be able to sneak into the door to the cellar. They went down into the cellar. They found a false vault, and then they went into like the wine cellar section. They discovered a secret door, then opened up and led to a room with a bunch of gold and silver bars and stuff, and a stairway leading down. They took the stairway leading down and discovered the remnants of an old temple underground, and from a distance away they could hear the chanting, and someone in the party that could understand Infernal was able to tell that it was basically saying like, all hail Asmodeus, all hail our Lord of Lies, all hail our Lord of Darkness, that kind of stuff.
You know,
Very
normal
pleasant.
party stuff.
Yeah.
Extremely normal behavior.
They then encountered some specters and a ghost. There was the ghost of Caladorn Castellanter, and he told them that he was very disappointed to find out that his descendants were now devil worshippers, and if they brought back to him evidence of having broken up their cult, that he would be able to perhaps reward them in some way, and his soul could be at rest. They continued on exploring. Peach absolutely murked 2 sleeping cultists.
In the most brutal way possible.
I was requested to put 2 people out of their misery, and I did.
Because they were drunk and they were asleep, and Peach just like bashed their heads in with the butt end of their glaive.
Didn't just go ahead and take the glaive and slice down real quick, like, or slit their throat. No. We had to bash their heads in.
They were
it
dead
was
instantly.
fast.
Yeah.
They didn't even wake up.
Yeah.
And
there's a lot of bleeding out when you cut a person.
You could say that they went peacefully in their sleep.
Sure. They did then discover a storage room behind a secret door that had wardrobes full of cult regalia, and also casks of wine for whatever rituals that they perform. They poked a head out of another secret door that also led into this area, out into the big ceremonial hall. And of course, there were 3 cultists surrounding a giant statue with a magical fire and a bowl, large kind of like bowl thing in front of it. And there looked to be like a magical idol or something like that inside the fire in front of the statue. And they're pretty sure that idol or inside the fire is what they're here to capture in order for the key for the Vault of Dragons. And that is right about where we left off. So,
yep.
Over here. Oh.
How long is Gust of Wind?
60 feet.
So we're if we say we exit this passageway and we stand pretty far away because they're next to a big fire. We don't even need to provide a fire. And then you gust of wind, and then I pour the flour into that wind.
My God. Let's fucking do it.
Peach hears this plan, and he's going to say, to let him sneak out first and check to make sure there's nobody behind them, because he can only see forward into the hall from where he is currently. He can't check to see if there's anybody, like any cultist, standing to where, like, he can't see. He can't see anything to the right. He can only see to the left from the doorway.
Quick
We have-
question there,
We have
Sir Pete.
we have disguises.
Well, yes, but I also want to say, aren't you in full plate right now?
No, I'm not.
Okay. I was like, wait.
Yeah,
Wait, there's no
because
sneakiness.
yeah, because when we went to the party, we did say that our clothes hide our armor, but I was thinking plate is really bulky, so Peach probably would have gone for like the less bulky light armor option, just so that, you know, he wouldn't be bumping into things and breaking the illusion magic that way. Yeah, so he's in light armor right now. Yeah.
I mean,
How many disguises do we have?
I think it's 4 sets.
But Basil turns around and points at the big closet full of disguises. Well, we have more than 4 now.
That's true, but they would not
mean-
work for me.
We could all sneak up there and either knock them unconscious or kill them.
Yes,
Well, how about this? Callista, you are in disguise. How about you walk over there and then you give us a little signal if there isn't anybody off to the right? And then we
What?
can do the plan that Basil and the aviary came up with.
But then, isn't Callista in danger in that case?
Well,
Yes.
Callista's in disguise.
But we're gonna have to blow the flower that way, and Callista will be in range.
Yes.
No. What Peach means is that Callista is going to walk out to like where we would be standing anyway. Like, she's not going to go all the way over here. All Peach wants is somebody who can get forward enough that they can see here. Like in the big blacked out space there.
I understand that there is an area that we can't see. But I speak Infernal. We could walk out there and join them. I could chant with them. If you all follow me out there, we could walk right up to where they are and basically stab them in the back.
Okay.
Okay, so wait, you don't want to explode them?
If we could avoid that, I would rather not.
I go and pat Basil on the shoulder, like, next time.
It was the perfect setup.
Basil,
It's fine.
I promise you.
The only I have to agree with Callista though. It would make a lot of noise.
Basil eyes one of the dudes that are fully dead on the bed with just the bolt hole in their head leading onto the floor. So like that, or
I'd prefer if it was a little bit cleaner.
I mean, it's pretty clean. You crush the brain.
That is
immediately.
unbelievably clean.
I look back at Peach, who's got like just a splurt of blood all over their abdomen.
Basil, I promise you that when we get out of this, you can explode whatever you want.
Yeah, but it's all about the chase. Yeah. Okay. All right.
I mean, there's a great chance that, you know, we'll go ahead and have someone chase us out of here at some point. I can go ahead and use my wind to push whatever flower you have, and then we just blow it up.
It's not gonna be the same, guys. I appreciate all this. I want to go with like a sneakier approach. Considering we
But
don't
what
want
if
to
we
blow up
get
the ancient
more
temple.
than 3 people, Basil, with that? Think about it.
Well, it wouldn't. We would be the next people to die. So, like, you gotta roll the dice, right? It's a fun part.
Well, for now, I guess we're just gonna go ahead and do this the stealthy way. Lead on, Callista.
All right, I'm gonna put on the. Didn't we have like one?
Yeah, You're already
I
wearing
think
one.
you already are robed.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
the Black
I'm wearing a-
Viper and Callista are already robed.
I'm also wearing a fancy one, except it's huge on me.
Yeah, the only problem is that us bird
Yeah,
people
that's
can't
right.
really wear it, so the most we can probably do is move up to these corridors
Yeah. So
without noticing.
yeah, so Peach is going to move his Echo over here, and he's going to move himself here. And
I guess go ahead, sorry.
yeah, and if I basically stand here, can I eventually peek around
Yep.
to look at the space where we couldn't see before?
Sure.
Yeah. I'll roll stealth if I need to. Do I need to?
No, I don't think you do.
Okay.
20 dudes standing
I-
right there.
I guess I should also ask, I'm assuming that the cultists are currently like praying in the direction of the fire, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you imagine the creep factor it would evoke if we snuck out there and they're all facing us chanting?
Would be pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
They were ready.
So you see those two kind of like curving hallways that then end in wooden doors.
Mm-hmm. So Peach looks back and he gives the thumbs up signal, or the Fey rune equivalent of the thumbs up signal for, yeah, okay, let's do it. And then to indicate quiet. Mhm.
I made the Rolling Stones canon in Faerun. I'm sure that a thumbs up is okay.
In fact, I was also just trying to think like, surely they did like a thumbs up or something like that in Honor Among Thieves.
Yeah. I wouldn't think it would be a bad thing to just assume.
And again, you will notice that there is a wooden door over here and a wooden door over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Peach would like make the pantomime for door, and then two like point in the direction we couldn't see, and then one there, and then one over there. So everyone knows.
Yeah, I'd probably, seeing that, would stay close to the wall and just slowly make my way up towards that doorway to check if there's anything beyond it.
Okay.
I'm going to move over here. Now I'll say, as I pass the two of them, I'll say, you two with me, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming you mean Basil and the Black Viper, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I was just about to ask if I hear anything, but that's fine. I guess it was just gonna very closely check that
Yes.
doorway, so that's fine. Leads up. Got it.
It's an unlocked door. It leads to a stairway that leads up to the balconies that overlook the ceremonial hall.
Got it.
Yeah, because so it's basically over these like more shadowed areas where you are like right now, and across the other side, there's balconies that then look down into the ceremonial hall, basically so that they can see like this illuminated pathway leading from the hallways over to the statue and idol.
I guess I'd just ask at this point, do I hear any voices up the stairwell? I'd probably like venture up the
No.
stairs a little bit just to check.
You do not
Okay.
hear anything.
So I'd wander back and I'd give a thumbs up, like, yeah, we're good on this side.
Peach is going to, I guess, do the same thing on the other side.
Okay.
I'm going to grab
Yeah.
Peach and go, wait until we walk out. And then I'm going to start making my way this way till I'm here, and then I'm going to start chanting along with them.
Okay, you get the attention of this cultist here, who will like kind of like slowly kind of like rotate their head around, and they see someone else in robes, and they kind of cock their head in confusion at first, but then they'll just turn around and keep going.
Okay, I'm gonna take a few steps forward.
Okay.
And we can assume that the Black Viper is just adjoining them.
Sure.
Nope.
Maybe a few steps more.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a few steps more.
Well, okay. Hold on. I'll say get up to this space right here,
Okay.
right? And so then these two cultists on the side, this one up here, like while remaining chanting, starts walking over towards you.
I'm gonna stay right there,
Okay.
and I'm gonna keep chanting. Domo no si requiem.
I'm doing that thing that kids do in church where it sounds like the words, but it's not any of the actual words.
Okay.
But he's so quiet, it'll be fine. They'll never
And
notice.
I'm very quietly putting drow poison on a bolt in my
Okay.
Under
giant
your
cloak
robe?
that I'm swimming in. Yeah.
And then
Peach
like
has disappeared this echo because
Okay.
he's going to pop it in like 15 feet when things escalate, I guess.
okay. Yeah. Also, so I guess Peach and Cruz, I will need stealth check.
I don't think we have Pass Without Trace anymore.
How long does that last?
An hour.
1
hour.
hour.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't have that anymore, I don't think.
Well, I've got a dirty 20.
A 25 for Peach.
Okay, then.
Well, that's definitely higher than their passive perception. Good.
Pretty good.
So this cultist comes over and like is kind of like glaring at Callista and says, like, kind of like through like a pulled expression on their face, like again, like very like kind of like
Are they wearing masks?
teeth drawn. Well, I guess they are wearing masks, but like you'd be able to tell like due to the way that they're speaking. It's like, sister, dearest sister, do not recognize you, and why are you wearing the ladyship's robes?
Because I'm the ladyship.
Make a deception check.
Can I help with this by saying, "Mommy," to the side?
Ooh!
Can I help?
Yeah, okay, I'll allow it.
Yeah, baby.
Before I roll this, I just need to check one thing. Because I remember last time, I did do something that gave me better charisma stuff.
You had enhanceability on
Enhanceability. Okay, yeah. How long does that last?
an hour, which means
That
it's also
lasts 1 hour. Okay, so that's also
When did you
gone.
cast it?
When we walked in.
Okay, yeah, it was the same time as Peach, so yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Eight.
Okay. Help. You got help.
done. You have help.
Oh yeah, that's right. I have help. Okay. 12.
That's better.
When I'm next to this dude watching this happen, can I stab him in the leg with the bolt and drow poison on it? It's breaking down. Things are breaking down.
Yeah, because he is about to shout, "Infiltrators!"
As soon as he starts to shout, I'm gonna grab him by the throat.
Okay, well,
Does
This
Does
is
a
initiative.
28 hit?
okay.
Okay.
Does a fucking 28 hit?
Like, so this is inflict wounds. So like his limbs and his body all just fall to pieces in front of you.
Seeing this immediately go like, oh shoot, and I immediately cast silence.
You right before the silence goes up, you just hear Basil go, "Oh, it's on, mother!" And then the silence drops as he
Yeah, and
jumps
then-
towards these people.
At the same time, Peach's echo just suddenly appears right there.
Roll
Yep,
for
okay, we're
initiative.
going in. I drop it right in the center of that area, like right here. It should cover the entire room.
That was that third level, by the way.
Nice.
Oh god, so it should have obliterated him.
Natural 20 on initiative.
Yeah.
Why? Why though? Why?
I got a 10.
Oh no, well, oh no, that is terrible. I was like, no, you get +7 to that, and I was like, oh, actually, no, that's after the +7.
Yeah. Natural 1. Drew, your initiatives are so terrible.
No, it's a 3.
Oh my
it's a 3.
god.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yep.
Horrific.
Because
Absolutely horrific.
I blanketly do the vigilant blessing on myself, and that's what I get every single time.
For someone that gets advantage on their initiative rolls almost every fight, that is rough. I know you have only a +1, but that is
The
still
worst.
Mm-hmm.
rough.
I don't think I've ever rolled over a 10. Maybe once or twice.
This
whole
one
campaign.
fight where you got like a very good initiative roll, it ended in a single turn. I do remember that.
yeah, that's right.
I just love the fact that Callista's just like, oh, this is turning back. Immediately, it's like, I'm gonna just grab him by the throat and completely necrotize this man.
All right, so our initiative order is the Black Viper at 24, Peach at 23, Basil at 17, the Cultists at a 14, but who will be surprised? Cruz at a 10, and Callista at a 3. His neck was definitely erotized.
Necrotized me, Captain.
All right, so then the Black Viper will come up here and go for the other cultist. And here. All 3 hits would hit 13, 14, 12.
So mega dead.
Yep.
Mhm, yeah.
She pierces the cultist all over through the robes with her rapier, killing the cultist. And then that'll take us to Peach.
Echo bonk. Uh, 27 to hit.
That will hit.
I'm also going to
Max
assume mega dead.
damage.
9 points
Okay.
of bonk. And then 18 to hit.
Mhm.
Followed by 7 points of bonk.
Okay, it's dead. Okay.
I'm
Basil,
gonna search their shit.
Basil walks up to here, takes out the alchemy jug, and just starts pouring water over the fire.
Okay, it does
I-
absolutely nothing to the fire.
Yeah, I'd probably drop silence at this point. It's not really a point.
He tilts it back up, and then it becomes mayo.
Okay.
Mayonnaise will fix it.
And now
I'm
there's
looking
just
for a
like
smother.
now there's just like a weird goopy mixture of water and mayo swirling around in this bowl, and the fires are still raging.
Peach is going to walk up, and he's going to turn his glaive so the blade is flat. So it's like a little pizza
Yeah.
paddle,
Oh
and
my-
then he's gonna stick it under the idol and try to lift it up and out of the fire that way.
Okay. Yeah, and so this idol is probably about like as big as Basil.
Huh.
Okay, so is that a strength check?
Yeah.
Wait, if it looks like it's so the mayonnaise and water don't work, so I'm just going to lean down and touch Peach and cast enhance ability bull strength on Peach.
Okay.
So you have advantage on all strength checks.
Okay.
And then I'll also
Peach-
give you guidance.
Peach looks to Basil and says,
Because
"Hopefully nothing bad happens."
You know it's gonna.
Okay, so strength check. That's a 19 plus guidance, which is a 1, a D4.
Yeah.
1d4, right?
yeah, I just I wanted to go over this description again. So there is
Also, you do have advantage, so you can shoot again if you need to.
it's this 9-foot diameter stone bowl filled with crackling flames that like looks like it's like held in like a claw that's erupting from the floor. And it's 3 foot deep, and this idol is sitting in the middle of it. And the idol is about like 3 feet 4 inches tall, and probably about if it's that big, yeah, it's probably about maybe like about a foot around, maybe 14 inches.
Okay. Yeah, so in total, I got a 21 on the strength check
Okay.
to lift this thing pizza style out of the bowl.
Okay. So yeah, you are kind of able to tip the idol onto the edge of like the flat of your glaive, and then with a little bit of effort, but surprisingly not as much as you thought, lift the idol out of the crackling flame bowl. The fires are still going.
I put it very carefully down on the floor because having just come out of those fires is probably very hot. And so I put it down and I say, "Everyone be extremely careful." And I set it down, and is it smoking or...
Nope.
I don't know, has a giant ball released and is rolling towards us at this moment?
So Basil, do you still have that holy water?
Somewhere? Yeah, probably. Hold on. I'll take out the backpack and just put an arm so far into it. Yes, I have 2 vials of holy water. I'll take out one. Wait, if I splash this on it, won't it destroy it? Don't we need this?
Yes, I was just about to say. Maybe we should not pour any holy water on this icon, but maybe in the bowl.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, honestly.
Oh, yeah, all right. I'll throw one over my shoulder into the bowl.
Okay. It momentarily reduces the flames.
Oh,
Those
it's
are
a very
expensive.
strong unholy bowl. I see.
I'll pour the second one in, since I don't really need it for anything at this moment in time.
Okay. Yeah, and again, for like about a moment, the flames reduce by about like 75%, and then then they roar back.
I stare at it, seeing this happen. I look at Callista. I stare at the bowl again. I look at Callista. You don't need to like go to the bathroom at all, do you? Are you sanctified as like a person?
I don't even. You know what, Basil, you are an interesting person.
Right. I'm just trying to solve the problem.
What's the problem?
Also,
Well-
Peach, you would expect to see like kind of like steam or something coming off the idol after you pulled it from the fire. It looks pristine, like it's as if it was unaffected.
Oh, so while this piss conversation is going on,
Yeah.
Peach is very carefully like holding a hand over the idol to see if there's any heat coming off of it.
There is none.
Oh, he will touch the idol carefully.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw.
Does it burn him or anything?
No, it feels like just kind of like regular golden metal touch.
So you see him put his hand on it, and then
Pats
he
it.
just pats it a couple times. And he says, "That is most distressing. Well, I suppose we should show this to the ghost."
Yeah.
Oh,
that-
and maybe like these people wearing the cult robes.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
I was looting the bodies.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. What does Callista find?
Yeah, so it's just more robes and like they have wooden symbols of Asmodeus on like a chain around their necks. And golden daggers, like ceremonial daggers.
Mm.
Do they look expensive?
Yes,
Do they look
because
evil? I think is the first question you should have asked.
well, yes, they also have rubies like embedded on the as like the stone in the hilt. They're probably worth about 35 gold each.
Yoink.
All right.
If Peach tries to pick up the idol, is that going to be another strength check from him? Because we are going to take it to see the ghost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. Give me that strength check.
You have advantage, just in
Okay.
case.
10 and 7.
A 7. A 10. We'll say it's a 10.
You also have guidance.
Oh. That's an extra d4 on the 10.
Yeah. A 13.
13.
Okay. Oh, hello, Ripon. Sorry, Arv's not here tonight. Go check out the thing that's pinned to go see Arv. Probably, well, he's not on there at the moment, but he is reading a story over on that YouTube live stream tonight. But the Shadow Crew is here playing some D&D.
Thank you for the sub too, as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
So, you were able to lift up this idol a little bit. It seems like it's probably has like an inch thick layer of gold around some kind of more like inside material that's not as heavy as gold. Maybe like it could be wood, it could be something else, but it's not like it's not as heavy as a solid gold idol of this size would be.
Mm-hmm.
It is still pretty heavy though.
Yeah, so I'm not able to move it?
You're able to like lift it up, and then like, but it takes some strain to keep holding onto it because it's probably about, I'm gonna guess here, how much does Basil weigh?
Very light.
Okay, well, so heavier than Basil then. So probably, well, let me see here.
Oh, with bull strength, it does double carrying capacity.
It does. Okay.
Can we strap it to
It would probably
Peach's
be
back?
about 60 or 70 pounds.
Can we strap it to Peach's back like Chewie carried C-3PO?
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, but we do have to sneak out eventually. So when Peach picks it up and he feels how heavy it is, he says, "Basil, will this fit in the bag?"
I mean, with enough poking and prodding, probably. But it's gonna take like a minute to get it into the bag, and then it'll take like a minute to get it out of the bag.
Well, we only need to show the ghost what it is.
So you're gonna bring it over to the ghost and then put it in the bag, or do you want to put it in
Well-
the bag now and just like pop the head out?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
All right, I'll get on bag duty.
I guess I would probably at this point head further back just to make sure that no one's coming.
Yeah.
Oh.
And is this right here a door?
Um. Well, would you be looking around for such things? Yeah, you give me a perception check.
All right. My passive is 14,
Okay.
but I will give a check. Where is perception? There it is. 19.
All right. Yeah.
Nice.
You do notice that this section of wall, um, looks like it perhaps has like creases or seams on it.
I'm gonna walk over to it and see if there's like any kind of button or.
Okay.
Like
Well, as you're running your hands along it, at one point you kind of like just like push on it, and when you push on it, it just kind of like starts to kind of like creak, and like it'll slowly swing open.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I'll push it the rest of the way open and take a look where it goes.
Okay. Reveals a rocky tunnel leading to a stream.
Peach,
Yes?
I don't think we have to worry about sneaking out anymore through the house. I have a feeling that this
Oh.
goes. I have a feeling this goes outside.
Oh, wonderful. Well, we still need to see the ghost.
All right, well, let's go. Let's go talk to him and then maybe come back here and make our way out of this. Hello.
What a wonderful plan. So I imagine we've successfully wrestled the idol into the bag by now, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do I hear anything coming down these hallways?
You do not.
All right.
Shall we sneak back the way we came and go back to the ghost?
I'm gonna take off my
Sure.
cult disguise and throw it into the fire.
Okay. It does burn up.
Is the fire like dangerously hot, or is it
Yes.
just like hot? Okay.
No, yeah. It is very, very hot.
So the fire is hot, but the idol is not.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, Callista, you
Bruce.
might want to put your robes away as well. They could be evidence.
I mean, I could just get rid of them and I'll throw them in the fire. Just like Basil did. I'm sorry, Peach. Did you want to save those?
Well, yes. If we are going to try and get some nobles on the charges of devil worshipping, we should save as many evidences as we can, no?
Well, there's plenty more around here.
Well, you never know. It's always best to be extremely sure. Look at all the money they had.
Basil looks at the fire. Whoops.
Chris, did you want to check these doors or?
Yeah, I'd probably check the whole works, check if they're trapped, check if there's anything around. Okay, yeah.
It's just
Never
regular
mind.
doors. They just lead to the hallways that were there. So nothing interesting.
Gonna check this bad boy as well.
Oh, yeah, okay. That door.
Yeah, I guess I'd probably come back.
Reveals a storage closet. Standing against the back wall of this closet stands an unlocked cabinet with a black rug laid out before it. In this cabinet, there is a golden decanter worth about 125 gold, and shelves holding wooden wine goblet.
I mean, we'll take the decanter.
Is there anything in the decanter, or is it just decanting?
It is currently empty.
And just because I'm a little petty when it comes to devil worshippers, I'm gonna come back here and just stab a couple of holes in all the wine barrels.
Okay. All right.
Brilliant.
Heading on back to the ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
I kind of give like a smug smile and like just kind of look at the fire like, let's go.
We got something like 600 gold from this. Okay, yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, I just realized something. Should we take the bodies with us, since, they did see us, and people can question the dead?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Wait, did they see us? Who saw? Oh, these people saw.
I don't think they saw much of anything other than people in robes and masks.
Well, I was not in a robe.
Oh,
I mean,
that's
it's
true.
probably still a good idea to have someone that isn't us ask the questions anyway.
All right, well, into the bag.
At
Peach
least
shoves
one
the
of them.
bodies in the bag.
Maybe the one that was at the head of it.
Should we
Or-
throw them in the? Should we throw them in fire?
I'd keep at
Oh.
least one.
That might be a devil sacrifice. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's like a
Yeah.
bad thing. I just feel like that's, you read it in all the scrolls. It's like, we summon a demon by throwing a body into a fire or like draining a personal blood. I just don't want to be here if like that guy. I point up to the weird statue of Asmodeus. I don't want that guy around. That guy looks bad.
Oh, generally when you sacrifice someone, you kill a live person, but I guess I see your point.
No.
Well, let's bring
Wait.
back one body so that the black staff has someone to question, and then for the rest we can chop off their heads.
You could throw them in the stream.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that could also work.
But we
Of course, we will
definitely
just
want one
eventually
body, right?
find bodies going down the stream.
Okay, so we take one of the bodies and
Mhm.
then we stick them in the bag.
Mhm.
And do we behead the other bodies or no? So that they can't be asked questions.
Like, lop their jaws off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's your call. You can go right ahead. They're dead. I
Okay.
don't care what you do with them.
Okay, so Peach will do that. Do I need to roll for this?
No.
Okay.
Is this like
I think your natural strength just breaks it.
is this like the new direction for our group? Should we call ourselves the Jawbreakers? And that way, no one can question our methods or means.
Isn't there a kind of candy called that?
Yeah, but no one likes those candies. Plus, or I guess we are
And-
kind of sweetie. We're kind of sweetie pies, right?
How
So
could anyone enjoy those snacks?
I don't know. My father said I was not allowed to have any candy because I already have no teeth.
Yes, we don't have any teeth, and we have no real means to actually break that down. So it's just literally going to hurt our beaks.
wait, if you get a cavity, do you get a cavity in your beak?
No, cavities
more like
are
it
only
just
something
gets
you get in
damaged.
teeth.
Wait, so if I pulled out all my teeth, I wouldn't get cavities anymore?
Yes.
Certainly not, but you
Yes,
would
but you
get
would-
other problems.
Yes, like being able to eat things properly.
I could replace them with magic or like something like magic teeth. That's
Not
that's
to
got to
mention
be a spell.
probably all the pain that would come from doing so.
I'd poison myself hundreds of thousands of times. I can miss a few teeth, probably, maybe.
How about you just keep the teeth as is? They aren't doing anything wrong for you right now, I'd imagine.
So
Right.
I rolled to see how much of the the jaw area Peach removes.
Mm.
And fittingly, I rolled a 3, indicating that he absolutely sucks at this because he doesn't do what his dad does. He has no fucking clue what he's doing. So I'm going to say because he rolled a 3, it's an absolutely catastrophic procedure. He just does what he is like trained to do when he like swings his glaive to cut, and he just lops off the tops of their heads like at the jawline, so they just have the lower jaw left. And so while everyone's talking about jawbreakers, you just hear like 2 passes of the glaive, and then Peach saying, "I don't think I did that very well."
You literally broke off everything but the jaw.
Well, the thing is, they still can't talk. So I guess this is technically a success.
Could someone put like cardboard to the roof of their mouth because their tongue's still there, right? And then they could kind of talk.
Maybe Basil, you want to take out the tongues?
Yeah, sure. I feel like the nightmares can't get any worse than what I'm seeing right now. So sure.
I was gonna say this is getting quite gruesome gentlemen.
I'll take out some head trimmers and just clip the tongues real quick. Kick them behind one of the red curtains. We need to go.
Meanwhile,
Yeah,
like the
let-
Black Viper's kind of just like edging away.
This is the adventuring life. This is what you want to sign up for.
I assure you, this doesn't happen that often.
Yes, they did see you, so this is very much for your safety, as well as ours. And Peach is just putting the tongues in the bag, and then puts the bodies in the stream.
This really doesn't happen that often, I swear.
Okay, let's go see the ghost now.
So, how many times has something like this actually happened?
Well, that was the first time we met up, and there was a man that was dissolved in acid. That was horrifying.
We didn't technically do that one. Basil
Well,
says
no,
in
I'm talking
passing.
about the one that you vomited on, Basil.
Oh, no, okay, so I did do that one, but that was because I drank something bad. It's fine. He was trying to kill us. Moving on.
Yeah, other than that, I mean, I don't think we've done anything direct like that. It's usually just kind of a one and done thing where they've either had their throat slit or, just the usual normal casual ways you take someone out. Not the, we're going to defile their bodies after the fact.
Well, given that they were devil worshippers, I guess I can live with it.
Yes, yeah, let's just go with that. That's probably best. Let's go. This is pretty. I'm just looking. Turn around briefly. I just see this bloody mess all over the altar. Like they've just sacrificed a goat or something.
It's two
Let's
people,
just
jaws
go.
only, no tongues.
Yeah.
Oh, I put those into the stream.
Bodies?
So like,
Naturally.
yeah, the bodies are in the stream.
There's
Okay.
The
just
tongues and the tops of their heads are inside the bag, so that we can dispose of them properly.
There's just a child that's by the river over at a farm, and all of a sudden you see these bodies missing most of their head aside from the jaw. Oh God, little Timmy! No!
If you think we're the first people to put bodies into this river, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the child who lives by this river is like, oh, mama, papa, another one.
They have scarecrows that are all dead bodies that washed up on shore.
Yeah.
And he just has a collection of sticks to poke at it.
Yeah. Anywho, we go back to this ghost.
Yes.
We're going!
Go back to the ghost.
Uh-huh.
While everybody walks over there, I'm gonna sidle up next to the why
Black
can't I-
Viper.
Black Viper. I keep
Yeah.
wanting to call her Shadowheart. I don't know why.
Oh.
Well, she is wearing purple.
So I'll sidle up to her and I'll take out one of the daggers and I'll pass it to her and I'll say, "This is for you. There was 3 of them. I'm going to keep one. I'm going to give one to the Blackstaff for evidence, and I figured you could have the last one.
Well, thank you.
You should be able to get something for that. Probably around 35 gold."
Mm-hmm.
Wow, a specific number you have there.
Wow.
Are you just a master jeweler over there on the side list?
I'm
Meanwhile,
pulling the dead body out of the bag. I'm pulling like a mask that we got out of the bag. I think, didn't we take one of his books that was about this stuff or something along those lines?
we took a blank book that had blood on the pages.
Yeah, I'll pull that out and then I'll just pull out the head of the statue on the ground in front of the ghost. I haven't met you, so I'm gonna let my friend talk. I'm just getting all the evidence in line here. Don't mind me. Just kind of scoot to the side.
Hello, Lord Ghostly Castellanter. We have returned.
Welcome back. Seems that infernal chanting is no longer echoing down the halls.
Yes,
Really?
indeed.
So you took care of whoever was down there?
Yes. However, the Lord and Lady Castellanter, who are alive, are still in fact alive. So the cult is very much still active, I suppose.
Well, here, I have something that may be of some use to um, interfere with any further devil worship. And he, the like lid of his sarcophagus just kind of like moves and like drops off, and he gestures to the dusty inside of his sarcophagus. Like there's no bones or anything left; everything's just turned to dust.
Dang. Dang.
And
Hundreds of
lying,
years,
but
that'll do it.
lying in there, somehow free of dust, is some shining plate armor.
Oh no.
And a mace.
Oh. Peach looks at him with something almost akin to distress, and he asks, "Are you sure, Lord Ghost? These look like very precious items, and I
Well,
am not a member of your family, as you may have guessed from my appearance."
well, the living members of my family should not really be members of my family anymore.
Oh. Thank you
So,
very much for this offering, Lord Ghost.
that mace there, is a mace of disruption.
I'm going to roll intelligence to see just what
Okay,
Peach
well,
knows of that.
I believe if you use it to attack any kind of remaining statue or idol, that it will destroy it.
Oh.
So yes, a mace of disruption. When you hit a fiend or undead with this magic weapon, the creature takes an extra 2d6 radiant damage. The target has 25 hit points or fewer after taking this damage, and must succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or be destroyed. On a successful save, the creature becomes frightened of you until the end of your turn. While you hold this weapon, it sheds bright light and a 20-foot radius of dim light for 20 feet.
So even if they save, they get frightened.
Mhm.
Damn.
It's a pretty good mace.
And the plate armor is +1 plate armor.
I can't tell by looking at that, right?
No.
Because I'm a dum-dum with no identify.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But I can tell, and I'm standing right here.
Yeah.
I mean, you would probably have some concept of it, considering that it seems completely intact after
Yeah.
years of
Mhm,
just, sitting there.
mhm.
Most
So
other
Peach,
plate wouldn't do good.
So Peach starts to move towards the sarcophagus, and then he
Mhm.
pauses, and then he turns to Lord Dead Castellanter,
Yep.
and he says, "Oh, one more thing. We are going to inform the Blackstaff of your remaining family's devil worshipping activities. I know you said that our actions would put you to rest, but would you be convinced to linger a little longer in this bright world to provide testimony against the current Lord and Lady?"
Yes, I suppose.
"Thank you very much. Are you
I-
trapped here? Perhaps I could
Indeed,
carry you in my pocket?"
No, I am confined to this crypt.
"Very well. We will tell the Blackstaff to come and speak with you then."
Very well.
So I will go and I will take the armor and the mace, I guess.
Okay.
Makes sense to me.
Basil puts everything in the back in the bag.
I will also ask the ghost that that if I took the Mace of Disruption to the giant evil statue
Mhm.
in the hallway, would that cause like a big magical explosion that would get everyone's attention, or could I destroy the statue, like, sneakily?
Well, it will interrupt any magic on it, and it will cause it to crack and fall to pieces.
Oh, that does sound very noisy. In that case, I will not. Thank you. We will tell the black staff to hurry to you. And then before Peach leaves, as the rest of the party is going, he says, how long have you been dead? Sorry, DM.
How old are you? What's your last name?
What was your favorite color? What hobbies did you have as a child?
Do you prefer?
What was your mother's
Castle.
maiden name? Just
Do you
random
prefer fish on a
questions. that-
skewer?
How many generations removed are you from right now?
Yeah.
Your favorite food? Top 5.
Dorn.
I think we've exceeded our speak with dead options here.
Well, he's a fully sentient ghost. We don't need to
Yes,
speak
I
with
know.
that.
Yeah. They come back down the hallway here, and I see Basil over by the pan. Like, so what are you doing there?
Basil is currently writing with bright yellow paint "losers" on the painting. What? Oh, you weren't supposed to come out yet.
Oh, you know what? I went ahead and already punched holes in the wine cask over in the room we were in, so I can't really blame you.
Oh, great. Okay. I finished writing "losers." Underline it a few times.
Just make sure you don't put anything about us being here, because then they can track us.
Dash the Jawbreakers.
So it looks like he would have died in the early 1400s. So, and this is what, 1492?
92.
So about 90 years.
Wait, this is when Columbus sailed the ocean blue?
Yes.
Wait a minute.
That's how I've been remembering it for this whole campaign.
So Peach hears that this guy has been dead for 90 years, and his wings drop a little, and then he says, "Before I go, would you like a hug?"
Ah, it is very kind of you to offer that, but I believe that my state makes that not very possible.
I see. Well, I'm thinking about it. All right, I hope you receive that. Thank you. The black staff hopefully will see you soon. And he will leave the ghost to be trapped in this depressing crypt.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully not for long.
Yeah, and we will sneak out through the well, first we need to help the Black Viper get her dress back because she stashed it outside the crypt, and then after we do that, we can sneak out through the back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll walk out here and look at what Basil's doing. And go, loses. Nice.
I'm thinking about drawing arrows over to the dead bodies.
As you start to go to leave the crypt, then Calidorn's ghost kind of reappears and calls out, "Wait, are you not going to destroy the effigy?"
Wait, are we not going to destroy the effigy? Didn't you just get a cool mace that would do that?
Yeah. You got the mace, right?
Yes, I did. I will destroy the effigy for you. And then Peach will say to the
Very
others,
good. And then he fades away.
and Peach says, "Well, you better get the dress really quick. I expect that once we destroy the effigy, everyone's gonna come running down here. So meet me back at the statue."
Yeah, where was this dress? I don't remember this happening.
It was
don't recall
in
it
the
either.
first room that we came in. She stashed it behind some barrels.
Oh, yeah.
I
We can run up
probably-
real quick and get it.
In the
Yeah,
cellar.
it was right
Yeah.
at the top of the stairs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd
that-
probably
so
go back with her just to make sure everything's fine and kosher.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's not a problem.
Yeah, so Peach waits for everyone to come back and see all the doors on the way in and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'll let the Black Viper and the Aviary go back upstairs by themselves.
I'm painting arrows on the floor, and then I'm gonna circle the destroyed statue. I'm writing losers again every so feet.
But yeah, Peach waits for everybody to get there, and then we'll start swinging. I need to add this to my inventory so that I can actually
Roll the
swing
attack
with it.
button.
Yeah.
I'll lean over to Callista as I'm finishing painting.
Mace of
So here's the fun part. If they try to locate object on the paint itself, it's going to be right behind the statue. Isn't that fun? And I've been using gloves the whole time, so they don't even get anything out of this. I put the paint behind the statue.
That is pretty funny.
You got to think a little one step ahead.
Okay, Mace of Disruption equipped. I rolled a hit.
Okay.
That's a 22 to hit.
Yep.
And
is a
that's
hit.
6 points of bonk.
Okay. Yeah. So the mace hits the statue of Asmodeus, and then all of a sudden you can kind of see like this like vibrating shimmer around the statue, and then like it starts to crack. And do you hit it again?
Yeah, if it doesn't crack any further, I will hit it again.
Okay.
Multi-bonk, 17 to hit.
Okay.
And that's 11 points of damage.
Mm-hmm. All right, and so then it starts to crack even further, and it starts to fall apart and crumble down to its base and fall into the bowl. All while the fire, like it falls into the water and the mayo in the bowl.
Hey, there's still mayo and
Yeah.
water in there.
Uh-huh.
Gross.
And the fire in the bowl still going. And you have the thought that maybe you should try attacking the bowl as well.
Okay, I will attack the bull. I was just about to say. 13.
Okay.
And that is 10 points of damage.
Yeah, and so then the bowl cracks as well, and then the flames go out, and the bowl also falls apart, and everything has now been destroyed.
I'll cast Mending on the bowl.
I believe it's too big to cast.
I'm just fucking around.
Peach looks to the others and puts the mace away at his hip and says, "Okay, we better go. That was quite loud."
All right.
Yes,
I guess-
And
yeah.
he will close the door behind us when we all get in the area, and then I guess we slosh. Time to slosh.
Indeed.
Step over the bodies real quick.
I'll take out the drift globe, have it follow us, so we have light.
Checking where you're supposed to come out here.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yes. So, you come out in kind of like the mud flats up over here in the northwest.
Holy moly.
Oof. Peach looks to the Black Viper and says, "Are you all right with this? If you wish for us to escort you back to the party, we could."
Oh. It is quite fine with me. I can find my way back to a friendly place without a problem from here.
Oh, very good. So if we're out at the mud flats, where's the closest point that we could get into the city like normal people? Like the West Gate?
Yeah, the West Gate.
Okay, I guess that's where we're going.
I guess we depart here then. It was great working with you.
Yes, and so the Castellanter Villa was there in the Sea Ward, kind of a few blocks away from the House of Inspired Hands, that Temple of God. So you can make your way back, trudging through the mudflats, which is difficult terrain. So it takes you a while to get up to the west gate.
Oh, we'd be passing by the Blackstaff Tower if we get to the west gate, and then
just dump a bunch of stuff there.
Yeah, why not?
It's the library drop off point.
Yeah.
Just a dead body in the box.
You can head. You could head south to Blackstaff Tower there.
Yeah, Peach is going to suggest going there just so that we could see if she is in.
Okay.
Because it would save us a sending scroll, right? Which we can't really report a lot through the sending scroll.
Yeah, what time of night is it?
By now it's probably like 11:30.
I think it's probably about another 30 minutes to get there or something like that. From the mudflats.
Yes, unfortunately she's probably not there, but...
Oh, sorry, I was thinking about that time for you to get to Blackstaff Tower.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we would get there at 11:30?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, even still.
Peach says, I hope she is doing what wizards do and staying up way too late, because they were poisoning a lot of people at the party.
Oh, right, the poison! I want to see how that all went. Does anyone think that we got out of that, like, really easily?
Yes, I think that went way too swimmingly. We should probably do this quickly before something else comes for us.
That is why
I'm sure something terrible is going to happen in that house, but I'm not really all that concerned, to be honest with you.
Well, I am mostly concerned because we did just steal from some extremely rich people, the richest people I have ever seen, and my father says there's nothing quite like a rich person who has been stolen from in terms of vindictiveness. So, that is why I would like to go to the Blackstaff immediately. For some protection, you know?
Well, I also don't think they have a lot to go off on to actually catch us.
Well, besides our names and the fact that we showed up there and that we're not there now.
Yes, besides that.
Yeah, you're the glaringly obvious one. I was at least an old man for that, so a lot of people think I might have just died.
Yes, people come and go from parties all the time. I mean, although you did give them your real name, Basil.
You all showed up under your real names too. I'm just, hey.
No, I didn't. I told them my name was Jennifer.
They had the invitation.
The invitations were under our real names.
Yeah, they were under our real names.
Were under our real names. So there's no real point to that.
There's nothing I could do to get out of it. That's why I showed up as an old man.
Point is, let's go ahead and turn in the evidence, and that'll be sorted out in relatively quick time. As for the people that were already poisoned, there's unfortunately not much we could do for them.
So anyway, Peach, like, on the way, has taken out his calligraphy kit and is just, like, scribbling a really, like, quick but detailed report of, like, all the salient points just in case the Blackstaff isn't there. So, like, we're just going along, through the winter, and, yeah, is she there?
She is there.
Oh.
Thankfully.
So the tower is open. Great.
Yep.
Knock on the base of the tower and just say, Shane Devil, open up.
So you arrive at the Blackstaff's tower and you like get through like the outer walls, the gate, and there is an open doorway into the tower.
So once Peach sees that the door is open, he rushes in there and opens the conversation with, the Castellanters are poisoning everyone at their party. Stop her. Stop them.
Also, they have a chain devil in their attic. I mean, listen, one's worse than the other, and it's the chain devil, because they just really kind of gave everyone sleeping agents.
And also they have an entire cult of Asmodeus underneath their house.
So they were going ahead with some of their cultish plans, were they? I suppose this is a bit faster than I expected.
And then Peach goes, oh, we have evidence as well. And he...
Take out the dead body.
Yeah, so we, like, take out the body, and it's like, this is a cultist that you can interrogate. And then he takes out, like, one of the fancy robes because Calista burned the other
Mhm.
one, and says, "This is one of the robes belonging to the Lord and Lady Castellanter," and then takes out the creepy blood book
Mhm.
that's blank and said, "This is a book that was on their desk." Just like taking out
And
everything.
and she'll like take the book and flip through it, and then she like pricks her finger and lets blood drop onto the page, and reveals all of like the details of their rituals and their plans.
That makes a whole lot of sense.
That's so smart. That's why you're the black staff and we're just mooks.
Yeah, and then Peach goes, "Oh, and there was a possessed suit of armor in Lord Castellanter's study," and
Well-
describes like the spider
Oh.
winged goblins along with the chain devils that were actually really polite.
And we didn't steal any of the golden handles on any of the furniture. Whatever you hear, that wasn't us. There was a thief there who absconded with all that stuff.
There was also actually an active ghost of the Castellanter family that is actually friendly and is willing to give testimony, if need be, down in the crypts.
Yes. His name is Caliborn Castellanter, and he is a very friendly man. And I told him,
Caladorn, I knew him.
"Oh, yes, he is there, and he is waiting for you. I convinced him to linger on just a little longer in this bright world after we destroyed the effigy, so that he could provide testimony."
Well, this is a very thorough report and lots of good evidence. I shall march.
Yes.
I shall march over there post haste with some of the city watch.
I would ask if you need any help, but I don't think that's entirely necessary for you at all.
You might want to get there before midnight because everyone will be asleep by then. I don't know what that's going to mean. It could be bad. It's
All
probably
right.
fine.
Very well. Have you made any progress on gaining access to the Vault of Dragons?
Uh, Well, there is one final key we need to procure, and that is probably the most dangerous one to get.
Well, most well wishes on that endeavor then. Please do so with as much haste as you can do so.
You can't like summon living objects to you, right? Like, say there was, I don't know, like a fish, and we needed that to move that fish from one bowl to another bowl.
I
Could you
just start pulling Basil away. We're not going to be able to do this.
Okay, I don't know what magic does. It's so cool and neat, and I don't know anything about it. I'm just a bright-eyed little youth.
You've given me one thing that I need to act on with immediacy. So please report back once you've gained access to the vault.
I knew she didn't know
Understood,
us
ma'am.
well.
Have a nice day. And like Peach scoops Basil up and like starts like leaving the room, and then he comes back and he says, "Also, Caladorn Castellanter gifted me his mace and his armor. Please do not think that I stole it. You can ask him." And then like immediately runs back out with Basil again.
All right.
Yeah, sorry about the dead bodies. Again.
Well,
We have good reason.
You're acting under my authority with all of this anyway, so devil worshippers, very unlikely that they'll be dearly missed by anyone of good alignment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we're running back home.
Okay.
Either that or we sneak right into Xanathar's.
No, refuse.
And
Let's do that tomorrow.
welcome to The Kids Are Asleep. Thank you for that, Raheem.
Hey,
Hello.
Yay, welcome in.
Welcome, The Kids Are Asleep, Intensely Eric, Gamer Gramp. Welcome. Unfortunately, this might be a good time for our break.
Oh,
Sounds good to me.
And remember, everybody, as always, a break for us is a break for you. So go, drink some water, go to the bathroom, have a snack, gird yourself for the rest of existence, even. And we shall be back here very shortly.
Yes. We will be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. Do all that stuff that Gubby said. Thank you, Gubby. You're back. And now we're back.
Hey,
Hey,
There we are.
Hello.
we're
Hope-
here.
Hopefully, we still have some viewers hanging around.
Oh, I'm sure. We're pretty awesome.
I see 19 people.
Oh, well, that's pretty good.
Never tell us the numbers.
Yeah, hopefully that's some of that. The kids are asleep, right? Thank you again.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay, so you have reported into the Black Staff. Black Staff is going to go off to arrest some Castellanters, and requested that you again try to figure out how to gain access to the Vault of Dragons as soon as possible.
Yes, we got 2 pieces out of the 3.
And I believe now you're heading home to Troskull Manor and going
Yep.
to have a long rest.
Most likely.
Sounds good.
Although Peach, before he goes to bed,
Yes.
he is going to ping his father with the message, Father, I have a report for you. Where can we meet? And when?
So Peach's father will respond saying that he will actually come to your house at dawn.
That sounds so dangerous. Peach sleeps outside.
Where outside is Peach going?
Oh, he's just sleeping at the top of the turret.
When you get to the top of the turret, Callista is there, staring up at the stars.
Oh, hello. Are you feeling pensive tonight?
No, I just like to come up here before bed and just take in the cosmos.
Oh, okay, I see. Well,
And then all of a sudden, like there's this like thump, thump, thump of like stone moving. Then it's Lady Gondifere. It's like she also came up here to visit me.
Peach goes, oh, well, I'll leave you to love people to it. And then goes back down the ladder.
you hear jackhammer sounds all night.
Peach, before you go,
Hmm.
I didn't have a chance to give this to the Black Staff, and I thought maybe your father would appreciate it. And I'll hand over one of the ceremonial daggers.
Oh, wow, goodness. Thank you. I am sure he will have a great time telling me all the mistakes in its construction. And he goes back down the ladder so you two love people can do whatever it is love people do.
If this turret's a rockin'.
Don't come a knocking. Sexy singles in your area.
Okay, anything else?
No. That's it.
So Peach
And
doesn't get to
scene.
sleep outside.
He would probably just go downstairs then or something.
Okay.
After
There is a
well,
balcony.
yeah, he would basically sleep wherever he can see out.
Yeah.
And also he would prepare the plate armor to take to the armorer people. I think there was a shop in Trollskull Alley for that.
Yep.
Because I'm going to request a modification.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you can all have your long rest, and it will then be morning. With
Day 4 of the 4th 10-day.
and Oleander will arrive.
Peach is there, waiting for him happily.
And like Oleander like looks up and sees Peach like on a balcony or something, waves up.
Peach flies down and hands him the paper.
Mhm.
And at the very bottom of the paper, in really big letters, it says, "The Black Staff is asking how we're doing with the vault. Maybe be worried about that." And then hands that to him.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Peach says, "Oh, it's probably too dangerous for you to stay here, but I have so many exciting things to tell you about this report."
Too dangerous for me to stay.
Well, yes. If it's too dangerous for me to come home, isn't it too dangerous for you to come here?
Hmm. Perhaps. Perhaps you were wiser than I today.
Oh. And then Peach kind of does a little wiggle, and he goes, "Is it because you miss me, Father?"
No.
Okay. A little wiggle.
And then, like, you can see kind of like a blush in his cheeks. the and like he just kind of like scrunches up the paper of the report, and then he starts like hurriedly walking away.
Peach flies up to the balcony again, and he, picks up the armor and goes down normally to the kitchen, makes a little breakfast for everybody, and basically waits until it's around the time that the shops would open.
Okay.
Yeah. Just so that you know, what he's going to do is he's going to go to the armorer and request if the suit of armor could be made like his original suit, which is that it only takes an action for him to take it off.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
What, the quick doff?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
And he asks how much that would be, if it's possible. It's the original armor was called cast-off armor.
Cast off armor. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see here. Cast armor. Mm. Okay. Let's say 2 days and 150 gold.
Okay. I will pay that. And oh, I forgot to specify, I also gave him the dagger that
Yeah.
Callista
Right.
gave me to give him.
Okay.
Okay, minus 150. Okay, and that's basically all Peach wants to do this morning.
Okay. Anything else from anyone else?
Well, it's just still early morning, right?
Yep.
Nothing in particular.
Mm-hmm.
All right then.
Yeah,
So, what is your plans going forward then?
Well, unless I'm as much mistaken, we have a goldfish to steal.
Yeah.
So the question now becomes, do we steal it during the daytime or the nighttime?
Well, first we gotta go get another goldfish to replace it with, right?
True. Oh,
So
one of us saw the goldfish, right? I think
Yeah.
it was the aviary who saw at least the fake replacement goldfish inside the dwarf's bag.
Mm-hmm.
So if you remember what that looks like, we could get we could get a fish that looks approximately the same.
I mean, I'm assuming it'd just be like a standard, like, goldfish.
Yeah, but you know, the size, the coloration, there's some very fancy goldfishes out there.
Would I be able to get the dimensions of the goldfish from memory here, Shadow?
Give me like a straight intelligence check.
Oh, that's great. No, that's fantastic.
Guidance.
I'll give you I'll
Well,
enhance
it doesn't
ability on
matter.
it.
Oh
Chill
my
out.
god.
Chill out. Enhance ability, so you have advantage.
I have
and I'll give you
no
guidance.
idea.
I believe you're being enhanced and guided.
Yes.
Oh, am I? Okay,
Yes.
that's a lot of spells, or that is a spell slot for this. Okay.
Just don't roll another
That-
0.
Oh my
There we
god.
go. Perfect. It's better than a 0.
A 1. A beautiful, beautiful 1 after the -1 modifier.
I'm sitting on the table. I have
Oh
the
my
aviary by
God,
the
And
shoulder,
another
dude.
1. So grand total of 2.
just pouring everything I can into the aviary, and I just see a blank look on his face. I slap him across the face. Think harder, man.
It was a fish. It was
It was-
orange.
Yeah. I might be colorblind. I'm not entirely certain, actually.
I think we know now that you are.
Wasn't it
Well-
green? Why does
well,
they call
I
it
guess-
goldfish?
I guess we just get a fish that's orange then.
Yes. I suppose that would be the best bet.
Right.
Well,
I
Where do you buy fish from in the city?
a live
fish.
live fish.
Yes, not like dead fish, like the alive version.
I imagine some sort of, like, kind of pet store?
Yeah,
Well,
they
that
around?
guy that we ran into was coming back from pet store, so
Mhm.
there's got to be one around where we bumped into him, which was somewhere far away. Maybe.
Maybe
Won't
we
follow
should check the map for possibilities of pet stores in the area.
So Peach, as an owl,
Mm-hmm.
was fed a lot of very interesting things by his father.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Live things, because he is an owl and it's good to raise an owl on live prey once it gets to a certain age. So at any point in Peach's long, illustrious 3 years of life, did Oleander take him to a live fish shop and ask him if anything looked delicious? And if that's the case, does Peach remember it and can we go there?
Sure, I would say yes.
Okay. So Peach perks up and says, "Oh, my father used to take me to this one really great place for food. We can go there."
For food. Remember, we're looking for the alive version of fish, not the dead version.
Oh, yes, of course. Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's
So we go to a very beautiful pet store
Here.
that has fish of all shapes and sizes. Perfect for a father trying to train his child how to account for the bending of light through water when you are hunting things.
watch, all the goldfishes are gone.
We have to get like a milky white goldfish.
Mm. Can't find anything that's specifically like a pet store in Waterdeep, but sure.
No
We'll
one ran
just-
into this problem when they're like, "Hey, you gotta go steal this guy's fish," this didn't come up.
Maybe
Well,
he
where do they
didn't go
get
to
the
a pet
replacement
store.
goldfish? That would be the question, because you
Yeah.
certainly aren't getting it from the ocean.
Well, maybe he was, and that's why it took so long to get one. It's just the moment he replaces one, he has to go right back out to the ocean and just wait for another one to come up.
Oh, do we
We
have to
had
do
it.
the D&D fishing mini game now?
We had it in our hands, and someone said, "No, don't. It's too dangerous." We could have, if we knew what we know now, like a year ago, we would have solved it.
Well, the thing is, we don't know if the real goldfish had died, and that was going to replace a dead
Right.
one. In which case, it would have been super important for us to not take it.
That's true.
Yeah. So on the whole, better. You know, now that I think about it, probably the original one did die, because why else would you just be carrying a goldfish around? It's not like you would deliberately keep a second goldfish secretly at the lair and then immediately swap it out. Probably it did die like that hour, and he ran out to get a fish.
Well, hold on now. A room full of secret goldfish seems like a plausibility. All of the henchmen go out and buy goldfish, and they just keep a room full of them, just in case.
In a high place that Xanathar couldn't find it.
Well, let's not gamble on the contents of a beholder's lair.
Yeah.
It would really suck if we showed up expecting and hoping to find a goldfish there, and then there was just no goldfish.
Besides the one that we're looking for.
Besides the one that we're looking for, yeah.
Wait,
And
so
tanking.
if the original did die, and we get the fake one, does that count towards this
Well,
weird
it-
lock system?
It would count, because the beholder believes that it's the real one. So it is precious, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yep. That is correct.
So Theseus has a ship, right? And one day one of the boards breaks.
What if there's also like a fish, like plushie or stuffed fish there, right? Is that still a cherished fish? Like, how far can we stretch this line?
I think we don't know. So
Yeah.
we just have to take the thing that the beholder loves very much,
See,
which
and
would
that's
be
the part I'm
fake
trying to
replace-
avoid. That's that's the thing I'm desperately trying to not do. So
But we have to do it.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Also, I thought of a way that we could transport the fish into a bowl that we have. Don't you
We grab
have No. Don't you have that spell that lets you like bamf something into
Yeah.
a designated space? Yeah, so you could just point at the goldfish from the little tunnel that we found that looks into a room with a giant goldfish bowl in it.
Mm-hmm.
Just point at it and then bamf the fish into our fish bowl. We'll put that
Into
bowl
the-
in the bag, and then we
Into
get out
the
of
alchemy
there.
jug.
What about the replacement fish?
Well, then
I
you-
have
you-
2 second level spells, so I can do one there and one back.
hmm Also, it was a barred grate. So worst comes to worst, Peach could just like take the grate off and then chuck the other fish into the thing, and then put the grate back on, and then we get out.
What's the DC for throwing a fish into a bowl from a grate?
From
mean-
up above it, by the way.
Yeah.
I would say that that's 100% a disadvantage sleight of hand check.
Well, but the fish bowl was huge, wasn't it? So I
Yeah.
feel like that cancels out the
But the
disadvantage.
fish is slippery.
I'll wrap my hands in sandpaper.
So you're gonna kill the fish before it gets there, huh?
Yeah, it's just gonna like be a bloody mess by the time you throw it in.
Also,
You,
here's
you
the
do a
other
tight
thing.
spiral and the fish is just sheared on one side.
Also, here's the thing. Peach's hands are probably scaled because he's a bird person.
Yes.
He
Your
doesn't
talons.
have like a human skin, so he can probably grip a fish just fine.
Yes, talons. would
Where's your
be able
fish
to-
grip stat? I need to see on your character sheet what your passive to fish grip is.
It's like, god dang it, I knew I should have spec'd myself into being an osprey. This should have crossed my mind at some point.
Could have been a seagull too. Dang it.
No, seagulls can't grip fish. They have webby feet.
For some reason, I
Like,
got this
crap.
mental image of Peach wanting to like try and intimidate the Xanathar, just holding the fish up and like opening his beak.
I am not even a pelican, Lord Beholder. It will die instantly. Just his sweet little voice.
Meanwhile, the entire Xanathar's lair is now converging on our locations.
Okay, so your plan is
Pet
Buy
shop.
the replacement fish
Buy-
in a
buy-
pet store.
yeah, but buy a replacement fish, and then sneak in, switch the location, use Basil to magically switch the locations of the two fish, and
Yep.
GTFO.
Yep.
So
Okay.
we
That's
roll
our
3
plan.
times and then it's done. We don't have to worry about any of the
Yeah.
sneaking in part.
Well, so you're able to go to this store that Peach is familiar with, and purchase, a pretty typical, like, they won't just sell you the fish because they're like, what do you mean you want just the fish? Surely, like you want some kind of like fish bowl or aquarium and some food and
Well, we got the food already, believe me.
so
Well, we will get a little bit of food because we don't know how long it's going to take for us to sneak into the lair and then sneak back out. The fish might get hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have one of those treasure chests that open and close?
So then you'll get kind of like this, kind of like probably about like a foot in diameter fish bowl, flat bottom, has like some like fake plant and one of those little treasure chests that is that actually like has like a mimic mount on it,
Aww.
and it'll cost 1 gold.
Wonderful.
So I guess that's going into the bag because the fish breathes the
Water.
oxygen in the water. So
And
as long
where
as
does
we take it out
oxygen
and
in the water come from?
well, I mean, once
air.
like as long
And
as we
there's no-
take the bowl out every now and again and then like change the water, it should be okay, right?
Well, we don't want to create stress for the creature.
I do love the idea of stopping like every 30 minutes to take the fish out of the bowl and just sticking a hand in the water and just aerating it real quick. I mean, there's not really we gotta have to put it like a sealed container because things can tip. They can't really spill, but things can tip, and then things can come out of the.
Okay, well, I'll just carry it then for now.
50 minutes in the bag without air. 10 minutes in the bag
10
without
minutes.
air. 10 minutes in the bag without air. Let me quickly do some volumetric oxygen math real quick
Mhm.
on the ground here. So what? It would be like 20 minutes for the goldfish is our like top max.
Okay.
So that would be enough time for us to sneak in. So as long as we carry it there, we can sneak in with it in the bag.
Okay, so Peach will carry it to the secret entrance that hopefully is not blocked up by now.
Well, I guess to this point, this would be daytime. We're going in at daytime.
Well, we have this fish now. We do have. How long do we want to keep this fish? Is the question.
Well, I mean, the tavern's still closed at the moment, right? It's not like we're open for business.
Yep.
Wait,
So, I mean, we could just kind of chill at the tavern for a bit. And just,
Also, I
occasionally
don't-
feed the fish.
I don't think it really much matters what time we go in there.
Also, the fish does have a name, guys. Sir Frederico is a saint, and we gotta respect the the sacrifice that Sir Frederico's willing to make here.
By literally throwing me in front of a beholder to be watched all days of his life.
That's a good life.
Yes,
I
and the
think that'd
beholder
be
will treasure him.
I think that would be shitting my pants levels of not wanting to be here anymore.
No, you wouldn't be, because you would be a fish, and fish do not wear pants.
Right you are, Peach.
Yes, I am.
So, did we want to go in during the day?
Isn't everyone out during the day? Wouldn't that be better?
Not entirely sure, to be honest with you. I don't know how the Xanathar Guild works. You'd figure they'd be more underground during the day and more active during the night.
Wouldn't that mean they'd be like all asleep during the day, though?
Yes and no. They could just be mass patrolling inside there and taking shifts.
When
Well,
did we enter last time?
The night.
I'm
Alright.
willing to bet there's a night shift and a day shift. That's why I say I don't think it really much matters. I mean, it's a beholder, so he's I don't think he keeps normal hours.
Yes, it's more for his guards. I don't like. I know it's going to be a constant factor to have a beholder to deal with. I'm more concerned of everyone else being active in the place of the operation.
well, as Callista said, they're probably always active because it is a lair after all. So, I say we go now.
Do did Manchun have any type of like? I know Manchun is currently running Zentrum,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Does Manchun personally have a calling card of some variety that we can leave behind? Like, hey, Manchun got you, losers.
Well,
Like the winged snake symbol.
Hazel takes out yellow paint. Well, all right.
Are you confident enough to actually copy the image of that? And
It doesn't have to look good, right?
well, how again? Aren't we trying to like sneak in there and not even be
Oh, no.
noticed, and then just swap the fish?
So you just got the tiniest amount of smoke screen, which is once again in the vent where we're gonna do this. I'm gonna paint a little winged sneak thing in case they find out, and then they'll see that, and then they'll go away from us.
that is the idea. Let's give it a shot.
Oh, all right. I'm as ready as I ever will be for this.
Listen, if we go
All
down
right.
there and there's so many people, we'll just leave. It'll be fine.
Right.
Yes, but then what? We
So-
come back later?
So I guess we're all making our way over.
I am
Okay.
carrying the fish.
Okay. You make it over to like that abandoned house that has the downstairs entrance into Xanathar's lair, and you are able to get into the house. Seems unnoticed. Like that street seems very quiet. Then you're able to descend into the Xanathar's lair.
Once we are in the lair and we're in that hallway,
Yeah. I just need
Peach
to-
will cast Pass Without Trace on everybody, including the fish, I guess.
Perfect.
It just blubbing along. It's like, shh.
Well, the moment we get like down into the dungeon proper, I'll open the bag for the fish
Yeah.
and then start an hourglass for 20 minutes.
Just have a random hourglass for 20 minutes.
Oh, I have so many glasses? Glass eye? Glasses?
I
Glasses.
absolutely believe that Basil has an hourglass that he can flip on his belt.
That one's only for half hours, and then I have, a 10-minute one back at home, and there's a whole bunch, honestly. You gotta know it for brewing. Everyone's still here. Didn't we save them all last time, or not?
Oh no, we left the two scary ones in the.
Yeah, but we left their
Yeah.
door unlocked, so we get to see
That's
what
true.
happened because of that.
So Peach again is going to send the echo out first. And we'll know to avoid this area because there was an ice dock thingy. So we're gonna beeline for the secret door, right?
I mean,
Okay.
sounds about right, unless we notice the stock and have some way to deal with it.
None of us have dispel magic, right?
Not until next level.
Okay.
Actually, I believe I do.
Okay.
Aren't
Hold
you so cool with your level 3 spells?
I do have Dispel Magic.
Okay. Well, I guess the first question is, do we see the ice stock there? Because we killed all of their, we killed their security system.
Yeah, last time you did kill their security system, there is no eye stock.
Okay. In
I
that
will
case,
detect
we
magic. I will detect magic
Okay.
first to make sure truly that they didn't just make them invisible. Do I see anything?
You do not see like an invisible eye stock. There is nothing magical down there.
Okay. In that case, we will go in through this door, and we will sneak.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Uh,
Yeah, this is the quickest in and out that I think we'll ever do ever.
yeah.
Depends.
And I'm just moving the icon down. The secret tunnel is here.
Okay. Back up a bit here.
Oh, okay.
When you reach
Aw.
about here,
Uh-oh.
this door opens, and
Ah!
the drow mage comes out.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Peach sees that it's a drow mage because Callista just said elven mage.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes, and then like immediately hides behind the pillar.
Okay.
He can't do half of what I just did because he has neither eyebrows nor a mouth, but you get the attitude that I'm going for.
And I just kind of turn around towards the group because I probably am not too far behind. Probably closer to where Basil is. Hold on. Oh, there I am. And I just kind of go ahead and turn to the other two and just go like, close mouth with my talon, and then I point at myself and then at the mage up ahead.
Yeah.
Do we need to roll stealth?
Peach, I'll get you to roll stealth, please.
Okay,
Plus
it's
10.
Plus 10.
plus 10. That's a
33.
33.
Okay, so he will not notice you. But you do notice that like as he like pulls the door shut behind him, he's taking out like a vial of something and a dagger and applying it to a dagger. Like this vial of something. And then you hear him mutter in Drow. You understand
no.
Drow, correct?
I do understand it for no reason whatsoever.
You hear him say in Drow, "Today's the day I'm finally gonna blind that big one-eyed bastard."
It's okay. It's out of our hands. We don't need to deal with this.
Okay, cool. Awesome, great, amazing. What direction does he go in?
South.
Not
South.
ours. Is he going to the secret tunnel that we're going to be going to?
Yeah. Peach is going to gesture for the others to wait, and he's going to basically, like, follow the guy south, like, really hoping he doesn't go where we are going.
Shouldn't we be murdering him?
Apparently he's gonna be attacking the Xanathar.
You don't understand it.
Yeah.
Well, why would we murder?
I imagine like Peach
The
would say something.
The moment we
to
touch
us.
anyone
Peach
here,
doesn't say anything. Peach apparently does not understand Drow either.
the moment we touch anyone here, we're all dead.
So Peach, like, basically holds up a hand for them to wait as this guy goes down the hall, and does he go in the direction of where we need to go?
Yes.
Okay.
He goes
Do we
down
get to
this
see
way.
him jump for the grate and then struggle into it?
So Peach holds up a
He
finger.
will in fact go around the corner, and then he will disappear from sight.
Okay,
But does
so
that grate move at all on the ceiling?
yeah, I will say that I followed him,
Okay.
and I will roll stealth if necessary to follow him without being detected.
Okay.
That's a 26. For stealth. Does he detect me?
He will not detect you.
Okay.
He does come around the corner, and then it's just like he just disappears.
Okay. In that case, Peach sees him disappear and then teleport swaps daisy chaining back to the others and reports that he went down, turned the corner, and then disappeared. Basil, can you possibly see him if he turned invisible?
Ah, that loser's gonna steal our idea. Ah, no, I don't. I can't do any type of. I mean, I can throw a flower on him.
I could see him if he turns invisible.
Okay, it did seem like he just completely disappeared.
Oh wait, detect magic, I guess,
Oh,
would
whoops,
kind
I
of be a
forgot
low
to-
level see invisibility, right?
If he had any magic items on him, it would make
Yes.
sense. Yeah.
Well, if he cast invisibility on himself, it would.
No, yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so Peach will bring all the others down to the corner and then very carefully lean back as they peek, basically, to see if they see him.
We'll do the three
Yeah,
headed peak.
Oh.
You're all in ascending order. Basil at the bottom, Callista's at
Callista
the
in the
middle,
middle, and then
and
Peach
then
at the
Peach
top.
at the top. And
Okay.
I'm just I don't have any way to detect anything, so I'm just gonna chill right here.
So it's like peek, peek, peek around the corner.
Yeah. Peach is just straining that 10-foot blind sense out as far as he possibly can.
There's no trace of anyone, even with detect magic.
Basil gives a thumbs up.
Okay. If I remember correctly, the grate to the secret tunnel was in the ceiling, right?
Correct.
So I had to fly up and twisty twist.
Yes.
Okay, I will do that again. Is that a strength check?
Yes.
Okay. That would be a 21.
Okay, that is sufficient. You are able to shift aside, kind of like this. It's like a stone plug, basically, kind of like this.
Okay, so I do that, and then teleport swappy Basil into the... Well, I guess if it's Basil, I can just carry him in there. And then he'll poke his head down and be like, okay, do you want to come up to hide as well? It's kind
I'll
of
start.
dangerous outside.
I'll start climbing up. Can I jump and grab the side, or jump and grab Peach's hand?
Yeah, I will help. However you decide to get in.
How high is the ceiling?
It was 10 feet, I think.
This area.
I remember him saying something like it was actually decently high up.
All right, give me a second here.
Mm-hmm.
I need to look up the constitution of a goldfish.
Probably not too high.
We teleport them and they just die. We have
no,
to run back out and do this all
They
over
need to
again.
fail a con saving throw. So
Oh.
I always want to say it's like a -4.
it's gotta be low, right?
If you can't find goldfish, maybe just fish.
The first thing that comes up, my player wants to play a goldfish. How should I handle it this campaign?
This tunnel is supposed to be basically 10 by 10 by... Yeah, 10 by 10.
Okay, so I help Cruz and Callista up into the tunnel, and then Basil and I will go ahead.
Okay.
I'll take out the goldfish at this point, just
Yeah.
to not like to not even have a safety zone that we have to be aware of.
Mm-hmm.
As we come around the corner with detect magic, can I see this?
Yes. You will now
I immediately
see
hold up my
the,
hand.
the invisible cow mage like standing there, like dagger at the ready, and he's like looking down into the chamber beyond. Also,
Okay, so
where
Jesus
is
we're gonna
fuck.
stay here.
Yeah, we're gonna stay here. Oh my god. Oh.
At least this time on the way back, it stopped being a horror and it's turned into a comedy. That's the best
Yeah.
pick I think we could have gotten.
Yeah.
A little bit of infighting while we're just sitting here in the round with this corner. And if you
I
just
love the
decide
idea.
I'm not waiting any longer, and it just starts turning back. It's like, oh shit!
It turns into like a giant fight scene from like the Kingsman with like cool music going on and weird camera angles, and we're just in the background in the vent, just swapping the goldfish out.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Oh
So-
Lord, look at that room.
yeah.
well, we can't see into it, so we are in bliss currently.
So you're still like around the corner. Basil's like, wait.
I just hold up both hands. Do an
Uh,
X.
And you can hear this, however, is this like kind of like rising and falling of what sounds like the Xanathar just going off on like some kind of inane rant, talking to his goldfish.
Oh, okay. Is this in common? Is it in languages beyond our comprehension? Do
It
we
would
realize
be
it's a
in deep speech.
okay, so it sounds like it's a beholder talking.
Yeah.
God
So
damn it.
we all hear this echoing down the hallway, and then
Mhm.
Peach's head just swivels completely backwards to look at you and Callista and Cruz like. And then he just holds up a hand like backwards because he's looking at you backwards, and it's like,
No.
wait, wait.
I've heard a lot of superiors complain to me over the course of my life. Can I make an insight check to understand that that's what this is?
Sure.
You know what super sucks? Tam had deep speech.
Oh
I
man.
Callista
I'm just
as
looking through my
abyssal.
languages. I do have deep speech.
Oh, wait,
okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Ranger. Okay, Batman. Batman, tell us what's he saying? With your bat ears, tell us what's he saying.
He's basically
Or
like doing like the whole like boomer complaining about how you can't find any good help these days.
Of course, yeah. I feel like with an 11 insight, I can at least pick up on that.
I guess I would forward that information to them. Like, yeah, he's just having a bad day apparently, and can't find any good people to deal with his situation.
I'll
So-
tell you what, these kids just don't want to work anymore.
yeah.
They call it quiet quitting.
Okay, so we're just here, the Four Stooges,
Yeah, we
waiting.
wait.
Yeah, we wait. We're holding this goldfish and we're waiting.
Our spot in line is number 2. We will wait our turn.
Literally, while Peach or whoever's holding it is, I'm just like taking some fish food and just kind of sprinkling it in there.
Yeah.
It's okay, little buddy.
Peach would talk to the goldfish with his Speak with Animals ring, but he is afraid that using the ring is going to cause a ping that the sorcerer will apparently pick up, so he's not going to do it.
And also, you're talking.
Yeah, also I would be talking in general. Except I would be speaking in goldfish noises, so who would hear that anyway over a beholder ranting? Like, bloop, bloop, bloop.
You stick your beak like halfway into the water.
Just be terrified seeing this beak entering into.
Okay. You can kind of see that this drow mage holding his dagger is getting really antsy.
Okay. Well, Basil can see, like,
Yeah.
through the outline. The
Sure.
outline is getting antsy.
Yes.
Okay. Basil will just shrug. Turn around and shrug at everyone.
Mm-hmm.
He isn't coming back this way, is he?
He looks annoyed.
Okay.
And then
well,
he very cautiously moves 1 square forward, 5 feet forward
Uh-huh.
to the edge.
I'll lean over the side to peer.
And then
Looking at him intensely.
he turns around to lower
scramble
himself down. Okay. And then like he like grabs onto like the edge of this, because like this is about 10 feet up from the main floor, and he like lets himself down, and then he starts stalking like this way, trying to go around the room so that like he doesn't like catch the attention of the Xanathar.
I lean back. I don't
Uh,
think he knows that beholders can see invisible people. And then I'll
Until
start motioning that
I was
it's
about to
okay.
say until at one point one of the eye stalks is like, as it's like moving around, like focuses in his direction, and then just like its eye goes wide, and then the Xanathar like turns around, looking over here at the drow mage. He just lets out a roar, and
The moment this starts going off, I'm gonna vortex warp the first goldfish over.
into the bowl.
Well,
That
should
Peach is
I pull one? Should I pull that one in, and so we at least have it, or should I pull one over first?
It depends on how distracted the beholder is. If the beholder is super freaking distracted, then I would say pull it to us. Because what I'm worried about is that it's gonna notice the fish is missing, and then get even more crazy, as opposed to seeing 2 fish and then it's just confused. But then
Yeah.
again, if we got 2 fish, we might miss and get the wrong one back.
That's
So-
so the real problem is if the spell fails at all, I only have I technically have 3 casts because I can refuel ring 1 cast. So we do have
Okay.
a safety net, but it is not a large safety net.
Okay. Also, worst comes to absolute worst, I can use my echo to like teleport in and out, but that does leave me in the beholder range for some time. Unless I
Yeah,
get my echo
it's-
to like grab the fish and chuck it at us and then disappear the echo.
It's absolutely no
Also-
good to be in this room.
Isn't there a person standing right next to the table that the fish is on? Like, never mind the beholder. What about this guy?
This guy, yeah.
Yeah, he's there, but like he's having a nap.
Oh, okay.
Yep. We're good.
Okay.
Don't
I
tell
don't
the
think
teacher
that
we have
nap's
new
gonna be
homework.
lasting too much longer.
Uh-huh.
But yeah.
Okay, so I would say if all the eye stalks are pointing at the drow mage, go for it. Bamf the fish.
Yes, I will
Bamf the
take that.
fish
I will
us.
move that fish into our thing with a con save for that fish.
Okay. Basil, can I get you to roll initiative, please?
Yeah, fine. That's not good. Hey, Callista, you want to give me advantage on this?
I can do that. Sure.
I feel like it might be. Never mind. Don't bother.
Okay, we're good.
Oh,
We're
natural
good.
20!
Don't touch me.
Don't touch
Nobody
me.
touch me right now.
Okay.
Peach
yeah.
like hunkers down and just holds the bowl ready.
So you can see the Xanathar and the Drow Mage like facing off against each other, and like the Drow Mage is like running in, like, well, technically still invisible because he hasn't done anything hostile yet, but the Xanathar can see him, and Basil can see him. Running in with dagger held up, and Basil, you are acting first here, so you're gonna try and like what? Swap?
Vortex warp the fish to our bowl with Sir Frederico in it.
Okay.
Would it be good idea for me to like try to hold the fish that we do have currently, at least under the water, so that way we can very easily swap it and know which one it is?
Put down a divider. Like, just put down a divider in the fish tank.
Okay, I'll probably scrounge for whatever I have to just divide into there, like just some sort of wall that blocks off the fish.
Yeah.
Whatever that may be. I don't have a specific item in mind.
I just pulled out like a sheet of metal.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Of
I
course you
put
would have
that in.
that.
Yes.
Okay.
So Constitution saving throw from the goldfish.
Ilgar, where is?
Got a Constitution of 15.
A DC 16 saving throw. Right. Let me double check. Yeah. No,
Does he have his own?
Constitution 16.
Does he have his own stat block?
Yes, he does.
Yes, I came across it when I was looking for goldfish, and I didn't look at it because I didn't want to cheat.
DC what?
16.
Got a 17.
Oh
Silvery
my
barbs,
god.
silvery barbs, silvery barbs.
I
Yeah.
don't have it.
Well, the thing
I
is,
have
you
it.
have to make a loud noise for that, don't you?
What, silvery barbs?
Yeah. Because
No, I don't think
basically
so.
you're magically, like, interrupting. So like, ah!
I can't
I
believe
mean,
I
well-
fucking rolled a 17.
I mean, I've flavored it that it's not that.
It's okay. We have 3 shots altogether, so 1 shot is gone. We still have 2 shots. No one knows what's happening yet.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, I will get ready with a silvery barbs if the next one fails.
Okay. All right. So the Drow Mage rushes up, and he attacks with his dagger.
Also, the Beholder going blind is very good for us.
But we don't know that he's doing that. Peach knows, but he hasn't told anyone because he doesn't understand Drow.
Yes, but above board, we're doing everything
Above
in
board.
character right now. Above board,
Yeah.
this is a great situation.
This is great. Yes, this is amazing.
Well, so the Drow Mage got a 19 on his attack roll, which is
Dang.
above the armor class for the Xanathar. So he manages to successfully scratch the Xanathar's eye
Wow.
with the poisoned dagger. And now the Xanathar has to do, what is this? Constitution saving throw.
Nat 1, nat 1, nat 1.
Nat 1, nat 1.
And it got a 13, which is less than the 14.
Incredibly good.
Oh!
Incredibly good for poison.
Yes.
And the Xanathar is now poisoned and blinded for 1 hour.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
shit.
Guys, it's all coming together.
This is great. This is great. This is great.
And they have no idea because that spell didn't actually let them see anything, so we're good. We're still good.
Well, so like,
Nothing happened.
well, as soon as the Drow Mage attacked, he's no longer invisible. Because attacking causes invisibility to go away. So he manages to successfully scratch the eye of the Xanathar with this dagger, and the Xanathar cries out in pain and like is closing its eye and is like lashing out with its eye stalks. And then the Drow Mage runs off to about here.
Okay.
Gotta be a quick one, fellas.
And the Xanathar. Will fire out one of its 10 eye rays from its eye stalks in one of the 8 random directions.
Oh, fantastic. I love this for us.
We're behind like
Please
a
do
great
not kill
up
your
a little
fish.
high.
We're up a little higher. We should be good.
Okay, so that's going to be Paralyzing Ray, and it's going
Mhm.
to go
Boy.
in 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is directly west. So it doesn't affect anything.
Nice.
Beautiful.
And then that'll take us to Basil.
Roll a bad con saving throw. You simply have to.
Zilgar.
0.
0.
Okay.
Boom. We have the fish.
Okay.
Okay.
Yay!
Now we have to get the other one in next
Yeah,
round.
it's all about just getting the other fish in.
Either that or we have Peach just fucking throw it in the bowl.
Hold on. Just real quick, let me check to see if I need to take an action or I can use it as a bonus action.
I mean, I can roll initiative if we want to, like, prepare in the eventuality of me throwing this fish. Should I do that?
Probably wouldn't hurt. Me and Callista really can't do much. Well, Callista on a reaction, but that's a reaction. That doesn't really
Oh,
matter.
So, yeah,
15. 15, in case I need to throw a fish. I'm 15 in the initiative order.
yeah, it is an action for me to refuel a spell slot.
And it's an action to do the spell you did?
Yes. So
you
I would
need 2 rounds.
two rounds to teleport our fish into that bowl. So if you guys can make it happen before then, you have a good idea, go for it. But it's looking real bad down there. So we can let that play out a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mhm.
So I will then shift over to the Drow Mage's turn. And he's just gonna book it. 15, 20, 25, 30.
Vengeful, go away.
40.
Go to the main door. Get out of here.
And then he activates a secret door up here, and then he disappears out this way.
That's great. That's amazing for us.
Do we see him do that though? Like,
Well, we
with the
see
secret
him
door?
run.
Yeah, because he's
Which
no
is good to
longer
know.
invisible.
Awesome.
I like how he just literally ran into this room, snuck on, stabbed him in the eye, and then booked it. Like he had no follow-up plan after the fact.
Oh, can we just say that like we're ultra safe for the I-beams? We don't want any part of that, and just like get onto the wall so nothing can get at us.
Yeah, I'd say we probably like back up just a couple feet just because we have to wait anyway.
Yeah, I forgot that I can take movement on turns because I'm like I'm so bad at it.
Okay. Peach is in my initiative order here.
Yeah, in case I had to throw the fish.
Okay.
But what I will do is I am going to activate my ring and cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
And I'm going to say to the fish, "My friend is going to magically send you to a wonderful place. Please do not resist."
So smart. So smart.
My God.
Yeah, so you just see Peach like stick his face into the bowl and like florble into the water a little bit, and that's my turn.
Blub,
So
blub.
incredibly smart.
Blub, blub.
Blub, blub.
Okay. So now it's the Xanathar's turn. And he moves over this way, and he'll try firing off another I-beam.
If it hits the mirror, does it bounce back on him?
Potentially.
Ooh-wee.
So that is the Death Ray.
Oh my
Ugh.
god, please. Please.
7.
7
Uh,
is the only number.
Southeast.
Aww.
Aww.
So it fires off this way, and it seems to hit a wall harmlessly. Okay, Basil, you're up.
Concentrate on the ring, regained a second level spell slot.
Yep.
So to like psych myself up a little bit. That's the end of my
You
turn.
got this. You got this, Basil. It'll be fine.
Okay. Peach, anything else that you wanted to do?
Does the goldfish speak back to me?
It's like, no thoughts, head empty.
So Peach pulls his face out of the water and he's just dripping. His face is completely wet and he whispers to Basil, "I think it's too stupid to resist."
That's good for us.
That's
Basil
my
has
turn.
like Basil has full manic eyes. It's great.
All right, come on. We're good. Just one more. Come on.
Wanders off this way some more.
Kill your friend. Kill your friend.
Kill your family.
The 9, so that's disintegration ray.
Uh-oh.
And that is oh, I think I rolled the wrong thing here.
If he gets the fish tank, we just run.
6.
Uh-huh.
Which is at the
1,
mirror,
2,
isn't it?
3, 4, 5, 6. It is.
Does
Bounce
it
back.
reflect back or does it bounce at an angle?
It bounces at an angle, so it goes
Bummer.
doop, doop, and then hits the wall. Yeah, it would like hit over here.
Okay, phew.
Okay, Basil.
Right.
I look at Sir Federico in the eye. I was like, I haven't known you for very long, but you were a goldfish. And then I vortex warp him into the into the fish tank. So either a con saving throw or does he resist?
That's
Does he not resist?
That's a 6.
Cheese it.
Let's get out.
Okay, we hightail it out of there. We run.
We put the cover back on the fishbowl. We put
Yeah.
the fishbowl into the bag and we sprint out of here.
Okay, and you see like no one as you get all the way out,
Oh my God.
unimpeded.
Guys, why is everything working out?
I'm so
really scared.
scared.
It's
What is
kinda
going
scary.
on?
Peach says, "Well, that drow mage did seem to have some kind of nefarious plot. Maybe he murdered everybody."
Wait, we have we have the goal. Should we just get? I have 2 of the things in my backpack right now.
Yeah,
we
we
just
can
go
just go
there?
to the vault right now. Yeah, we can
have,
just
like,
go there.
I have no second level spells, so it could be bad.
All right.
But
Fog cloud. Yeah, it just doesn't believe just fog cloud.
So
should we?
next time, the Vault of Dragons.
Is it?
Wow.
That. Is it what's his face has the 3rd thing?
Who?
Don't mess with the Zohan. What's his name? Zordas.
The mushroom.
Yes.
Yeah, he already gave it to us.
Oh,
Yeah, we have
right,
that.
I have it in my room.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
Shut
so
up.
we just need to go to your room, grab the thing, and then go to the vault.
Yeah.
So I guess at that point it would be probably next time.
Yep.
We decide to do a long rest to make sure that you get your level 2 spell slots back, or we don't, head straight over. If we do decide to do a long rest, we can contact the Black Staff, if we so desire, about the update on our situation for the vault. Or we just go in there guns blazing. There's so many
I'm only missing second level spells, so I'm good with going because second level doesn't really do a lot for me besides vortex warp.
Yeah, if you're good with
Also-
going, then
We can just send a missive off to the Black Staff being like, "Oh, by the way, we're opening the door right now. By the time you get this message, we might already be inside."
Also, there's nothing that says we can't rest in the vault. Because
No.
I'm pretty sure once we get in and then we close the doors, that's as safe as we can possibly be.
Okay, I don't hate that.
Yeah,
Granted
so
that there's nothing inside the vault already protecting it.
Like a dragon.
that's true. But in theory, we could rest inside the vault.
Theoretically.
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, I don't want to metagame at all, but I have seen our intro I don't know
Yeah.
if you've seen our intro video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. I was just saying it as a joke, but dang.
Also, at one point, you got like a vision of like being in the Vault of Dragons, and there's a dragon, a huge pile of gold, and like all of the factions are there fighting.
Uh-huh. A complete freaking disaster, but yeah.
Everything's
Yeah, but
fine.
but we haven't done anything that bad this time.
Well, who
We haven't-
knows? They could have been doing stuff that's bad.
No, I mean like we haven't alerted. We definitely didn't fumble the bag with the Xanathar. Probably, maybe.
Mm-mm.
We definitely didn't fumble the bag with the devil worshippers. So like we're good. It's just gonna
Yeah,
be this.
I'm
this
gonna
interim.
say this was honestly the cleanest we've had things to come out for us.
Did our stream freeze?
It's still working for me.
Yeah, it's still working
Oh,
for
okay,
me as
there
well.
it goes.
Looks fine on
no,
my
I
end.
have
Okay,
this-
yeah.
I have the
No, I
sexy
had-
Velveeta commercial, so I have no idea.
No,
Where-
I
where
must have
it's
had
like-
a hiccup on both of my screens because I have a chat on my phone and I can see us, and then I
Hmm.
have my tablet on, and both of them were frozen. And I was like, "Oh shit!"
It's just it zooms in so close to that lady's mouth, and I don't understand why. It's cheese, man. I don't need to be that close to someone's mouth.
Yeah. So, Drew, any thoughts from tonight's session?
Oh, I had a blast. This was great. The Xanathar went way smoother than I thought it was going to.
Mm-hmm. Well, you folks rather quite thoroughly like really interrupted his operations the last time you were there. So
Our work
Yeah,
finally pays off. It hasn't yet, but it will.
we gotta find that drow and thank him.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be anywhere near the city at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
That secret tunnel leads to a rocket ship, and he's gone.
Mhm.
do you have any streams or anything like that coming up you want to plug?
I will probably be on my stream Sunday, I think.
Okay.
Probably with more one of the Rusty Lake games.
Mm-hmm. Cube Escape, probably.
Probably. Oh, and
Oh,
no,
no.
actually, I think
It's
the next one
Rusty
is
Lake.
Paradise. Paradise is the next one.
Okay. Very good. Tilted?
Hey,
Anything from tonight's session you want to reflect upon?
I mean, again, just reissuing the fact that this is the cleanest we've gotten 2 objectives done. We did it all in one night.
Yep.
What?
Well, technically one night and one morning.
Yes, but I'm talking about for session-wise, we got
Oh, right.
2 days worth
Right.
of objectives completed, essentially, in one night, which is insane to me because we've been going at a casual pace, to say the least.
Yeah, we usually average like a quarter of an objective every
Yeah.
session.
Yeah, and hey, you know what's the fun part? We can basically say with pretty much a guarantee that we're going to be in the Vault of Dragons on episode 50.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Woohoo!
But yeah, I mean, session is always fun with these fine folks. I always have a great time with them. I was trying to be a little bit quieter. I don't know if it went through quite as much as I expected, but I tried to be a little quieter because most of the time I tend to be too loud and take over on people's places, and that feels bad sometimes. But yeah, in terms of stuff I will be doing, Friday and Sunday will be Baldur's Gate 3, but on Saturday, I'm going to be continuing the Curse of Strahd campaign that I'm running with Shadow Mage, It's Barrymore, Mayor Emmy, Mixandrius, and Smokey Ruby. So if you guys are wanting to go ahead and check that out, that'll be over on my channel, twitch.tv/Tilted Gaming, on Saturday from 7 o'clock to about 10 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Hell yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tilted. And Hoodie. Coming in
I'm
clutch
still-
with that Vortex Warp.
Yeah.
I'm reeling at how it felt like everything lined up for us. I don't know if that was we did it all last time or this is the DM judge, but it felt really nice to walk into a place, do exactly what we need to do, and walk out of a place. We also found a secret. So this finding the secret exit of the temple made me think: have we missed all the secret exits up until this moment? Is that why we've been so slow at everything? It's because we need to then find our way immediately out. But yeah, I had a. It was
No.
great.
No, that was just the one off here.
Yeah.
It was the luck of finding the secret exit into getting the pet fish, it being very quick into having the exact tool that we needed for the swap.
Yes.
The guy coming to blind Xanathar. I'm just like, I'm still kind of reeling at how well everything went.
Yeah, because he not only hit the high AC of the Xanathar, but he then got the poison proc off of a DC 14, which is it's not easy, but it's definitely not a like tough skill or like saving throw either.
I know why it worked. It finally dawned on me. We didn't roll for that. Shadow did. That's why it worked.
Yeah, you're right.
You are correct. Yes.
Oh my god.
Shadow always rolls well.
Who solved it? Why everything worked out so great? Because it didn't depend on us this time.
That's it.
Yeah, the DM always has the narratively reliable dice. The players never have the narratively reliable dice. That's just the rule of D&D.
Perfect. As for plugs, I'm going to be playing Dune Awakening immediately after this by myself, not on the stream. That's my plug.
Okay. And Cubby, any thoughts from tonight's
Hello.
session?
Again, I just love the tone shift from the first time we came to the Xanathar's lair to the second time we came to the Xanathar's lair. And part of me is going, well, Peach did tell Zord, who definitely is not only Zord, what their plans were about stealing this goldfish. And if this drow mage, not to do any racial profiling, but if this drow mage works for him, that might explain the absolute perfect timing of the guy going to blind the Xanathar the day / hour we happen to be wandering in. So I don't know, maybe not, but I'm happy it happened the way that it did. I'm also very happy that the first time Peach uses speak with animals is with a goldfish that has no thoughts whatsoever.
Empty.
Still can't believe a goldfish full on resisted a con 16 saving throw. That is gonna throw me.
It has only a -1. I checked it after the fact of -1 in con.
We can say that because it's been in the presence of the beholder for so long that maybe it imbued its weird beholdery powers and it's just like kind of slippery to magic.
Or it could be very spoiled and just fat. It could be just a big fat goldfish.
Oh yeah, we after all this nonsense, none of us ever observed. Do the goldfish even look remotely alike?
Well, the new one was a bit smaller.
Yeah,
well, he's blinded right now. He won't notice.
Yeah, he's blinded and he's angry. He'll look at the fish and be like, "Oh, it's just my cornea got a little disrupted when I." Everything's gonna be a little fisheye effect for a bit.
Yeah, that's a
fish-eyed.
That's a hell of a doctor's visit. You don't just have a scratched cornea; you have a stabbed cornea. It's like a full-on run through.
Well, if anyone can handle it, it's a beholder. Yeah, but
horrifying.
Again, great session. Can't wait to see how we juggle our conflicting loyalties to the Black Staff, nominally the Lord's Alliance, Zord. Peach is like, oh golly gee, what have I gotten myself into? But yes,
That'd be great.
Okay. Well, that's it for us then. Let me think here.
Anything you want to promote or how you
Well, I
felt
mean,
about the
like
session?
I have D&D with you on Saturday. And the next 2 nights, I think I have other social life plans, so probably no streams from me, unless maybe very late. So yeah, nothing really for me then, except for our D&D on Saturday. And you can find us with more of this campaign, tackling the Vault of Dragons, next week on Wednesday, July 9th.
Mhm.
Looking forward to that. And thank you to Arv for hosting our campaign on his channel. Be sure to check out all of Arv's stuff via the fans in the chat. But I think that's it for us. So thanks to everybody who came out to watch. Thanks to that raid from the Kids Are Asleep. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye.